students, welcome you all in this video of the chapter Formation of a Joint Stock Company. We are continuing with the third step, that is capital subscription. We have already completed the first two steps, and in this step it has further got some sub steps which are 6 in numbers. We are going to understand each one in detail of this particular status. Now, since the company has got the certificate of incorporation, it exists on the paper, the third step is still left, that the company has still not been registered in the joint stock. The company has still not been registered in the stock market. And how it can register in the stock market? With the approval given by SEBI. First of all, let's understand what is SEBI. SEBI is the Security Exchange Board of India. It is one of the most important institution which observes and controls the functioning of the stock exchange market. It is an institution which looks after the working of the capital market. Capital market is a market where the shares, debentures and these kind of units are being sold for a long term. What is the duration for the long term? That is more than 1 year. So if it is a market where these shares, debentures or other units are being sold for more than 1 year, that is called a capital market. Here I want to tell you one more terminology, that is securities. What is securities? When the shares, debentures, mutual funds, bonds, these all are collected together, it is called as securities. So instead of calling it by different names, shares, debenture, mutual funds, bonds, etc., let's call it by one single name, that is security. So if you are saying security, that means we're talking about all the units. So when all the units are being sold in the capital market for a longer duration, that is being supervised and checked by the SEBI. Now, when all the document has already been submitted to the registrar, another set of document needs to be submitted to the SEBI as well. And SEBI, before giving this permission, this approval, the SEBI checks what is the credit worthiness of the company, what is the goodwill of the company in the market. I know the company has still not worked, but still it looks at its directors, it sees how much authorized capital the company is having. When the SEBI is satisfied with the authorized capital, with its directors, after seeing all the details, then it gives the permission that the company can now be registered under it and can run. Now, one more terminology that you are going to understand, that registration in the SEBI or in the stock exchange market, that company is called as listed, right? So if it is written that it is a listed company, so listed means registered. It obviously means that the company is registered. Step number 2 is prospectus, or a statement in lieu of prospectus. Now, what is prospectus? This is very important document which needs to be prepared and again submitted to the registrar at the time of creation of the company. Registrar is a circular, or it is an invitation to the general public, to the investors, to inform them that a new company is getting created and it is in need of funds, and you all are requested to come and invest your savings and can become the security holders. You can even, as I said, the security term contains many different types, so the investors can become the shareholders, debenture holders, or whatever kind of unit they are purchasing. So here in this particular set, the prospectus has to be prepared and submitted to the registrar. Since it is an invitation, people, the investors basically, they read the prospectus, they understand all the details of the company, and then it is up to their interest whether they invest in the company or not. Now, what is statement in lieu of prospectus? Let me tell you, prospectus is a very lengthy document which contains all the details about the company. But if somebody is not interested in reading the whole details, such a lengthy document, then they read statement in lieu of prospectus, which is the summary of the whole prospectus. It is a short document which contains the gist of the prospectus. So the investors can read any of it and can get the relevant information about the company. Next we have is, now since the prospectus has been printed and it has been submitted to the registrar, the promoter can further appoint bankers, brokers and underwriters. Now what is the job of the bankers? The job of the bankers is to make sure that there is no shortage of funds with the company, is to make sure that the company is having the minimum subscription, the number of shares which the company is selling initially must get the maximum return, and to promote the shares further, to sell the shares further to the general public or to the investors, brokers and underwriters are being hired. So who are they? They are the intermediaries, they are the middlemen, intermediaries whose job is to convince the investors to invest in the particular company. And these brokers and investors, they don't work for free. They charge commission from the company because they are working for the company. They are promoting the securities, they are promoting the shares of the company to the investors, right? Since they are the intermediaries, so they are the one who are promoting the securities, the shares, the debentures, the bonds, the mutual funds further to the investors, and for this act they charge commission from the company. So when these shares are being sold, definitely more funds are going to come in the organization. Then there is a minimum subscription. Minimum means a specific sum, and so subscription is to buy, is to purchase. So here, to make sure that the company is not again in a shortage of funds, minimum number of share has to be purchased. And to make sure, what needs to be checked is that the company issues certain amount of shares, right? Remember this, the company issues certain amount of shares, and that the return of those shares should be 90% within 120 days of the issue of prospectus. Remember that. It's a very important thing that when the prospectus has been issued, given to the general public, from that day till the 120th day, what is the return which should come to the company is 90% of the issue. Issue means issue of shares. So if the company is issuing, suppose 1000 shares, 1000 securities, 90% of it must be received by the company within 120 days. Then it is called as minimum subscription, which makes sure that the company is not having a shortage of funds, right? Then we have application to stock exchange. As I told you, the SEBI has given the approval. Fine, so I am connecting point number 5 with point number 1, that now the promoter will give an application to the stock exchange, which is being observed, controlled, supervised, checked by the SEBI. So here, after completing the above steps, what happens? The stock exchange gets the company registered, and as I told you, if the company is registered, we call it as a listed. So here the company gets the term listed after its name under the step application to stock exchange. Here the company is getting all the permission from the stock exchange market. The verification of the document has already been done, so it is not necessary to get registered in one stock exchange only. The promoter can get the company registered in any of the stock exchange market of India. Last one is allotment of shares. Now since 90% of the total issue has been received, that's the return, within 120 days, now the company will allot the shares to its shareholders. The shareholders have just purchased the share. Where is it? Subscription. The shareholders have just purchased. They have yet not received the document. Remember, this thing can be done online. Further, the activity is still left. The allotment has still been left. So once this step is over, important is the allotment of shares. And what is return of allotment? Return of allotment is when the allotment is being received, the full amount has been received by the shareholders. Their details, what is the name of each shareholder, how much amount they have contributed, the number of shares they have purchased, where do they live, their address, every single detail is submitted by the company to the registrar. That happens in the last step. So here we are ending up with the third important stage of the formation of a company. Last one is left, which is commencement of business, that we will see in our next video.